The 7 members of BTS had always been a tight-knit family, united by their love of music and their passion for performing. However, behind the scenes, tensions had been building, and the group's leader, RM, had been feeling increasingly overwhelmed. Welcome to BTS/Blackpink fan page. Please, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any updates about your favorite celebrities. The pressure to constantly produce new music, to perform at sold-out concerts, and to maintain a perfect public image had taken its toll on RM. He felt like he was losing himself in the process, and the stress was beginning to affect his physical and mental health. One day, RM reached his breaking point. He called a meeting with the other members and announced that he was leaving the group. The other members were shocked and devastated by the news, but RM was resolute. He felt like he had no other choice, and that leaving the group was the only way he could save himself. The other members of BTS were heartbroken. They had always looked up to RM as their leader and mentor, and they couldn't imagine continuing without him. They pleaded with him to reconsider, but RM was firm in his decision. As the news of RM's departure spread, the BTS fandom was thrown into chaos. Fans were devastated by the thought of the group continuing without their beloved leader. They took to social media to express their sadness and disappointment, and the hashtag #BringRM began trending worldwide. Meanwhile, the other members of BTS were trying to come to terms with the loss of their leader. They were struggling to find the motivation to continue without RM, and their practices were lackluster and uninspired. Jin, who had always been the group's emotional anchor, took it upon himself to try and bring RM back. He visited RM at his home, where he found him feeling lost and uncertain. Jin listened as RM poured out his heart, sharing his fears and doubts. Jin empathized with RM's feelings, but he also reminded him of the group's shared vision and goals. He told RM that the group needed him and that they couldn't continue without him. RM was touched by Jin's words, but he was still unsure. Over the next few days, the other members of BTS visited RM, each trying to persuade him to return to the group. Suga reminded RM of their shared passion for music and the impact they had made on fans around the world. J-Hope shared stories of the group's early days and the struggles they had overcome together. Jimin and V wrote heartfelt letters, expressing their love and appreciation for RM. And Jungkook, who had always looked up to RM as a role model, begged him to come back and lead the group once more. Slowly but surely, RM's resolve began to weaken. He was touched by the outpouring of love and support from his fellow members, and he began to realize that he had made a mistake by leaving the group. Finally, after weeks of persuasion, RM agreed to return to BTS. The other members were overjoyed, and they welcomed him back with open arms. As RM returned to the group, the energy and motivation began to flow once more. The members began to practice with renewed vigor, and their music began to take on a new level of depth and meaning. When the news of RM's return was announced, the BTS fandom erupted in joy. Fans took to social media to express their happiness and gratitude, and the hashtag #WelcomeBackRM began trending worldwide. As BTS prepared to make their comeback, the anticipation was palpable. Fans were eager to see what the group had in store, and the members were determined to deliver. Finally, the day of their comeback arrived. BTS took to the stage, with RM proudly leading the way. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause as the group launched into their new song, a powerful and emotional ballad that showcased their growth and maturity as artists. As the music washed over the crowd, it was clear that BTS was back, and they were better than ever. The group's performance was met with a standing ovation, and fans were left breathless and begging for more. As BTS took their final bow, RM smiled, feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment. He knew that he had made the right decision in returning to the group, and he was grateful for the love and support of his fellow members and fans. The curtain closed on BTS's comeback show, but the impact of their performance would be felt for a long time to come. The group had proven once again that they were a force to be reckoned with, and that their music and message would continue to inspire and uplift fans around the world.